Impossible, impossible. Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah, got power from my head and my feet. Yeah, this colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love. They gon' eat it up and swallow. Follow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the street before I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into a million in the discussion. Had a TED talk with the higher me, show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man. We do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got memories that I made on Cascade Road. This with me. Got power from my head to my feet. Yeah. Run up on me, maybe so you gon' see. Yeah. I did not chase, I just attract. What you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dance and them wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion, mamba mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the crap. Deep love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too fast. Life is by legacy, what lies ahead of me, helping to get peace with this past. Little bitty regular that I pack, 007 before you react. Don't think twice, my only advice for my granddad before he passed. Look to the stars, look at the sky at night. Tell me that heaven ain't black on everything I love. Try not to brag till you bring it up. Tunnel vision, block opinions, and I can give but think of us. Duck jab hooks in it through the roof with an uppercut. Tell the truth, shut the devil up. In the booth, I'm untouchable. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, got power from my head and my feet.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times. Wild card weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Tennessee Titans as we're underway in this AFC wild card game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Right out of the gates, here's Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Okay, ready?
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Smith on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Juju Smith-Schuster, 30 yards. And the Titans will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Boston, the man in motion left. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like line. Kept their shoulders square and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
For 2, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And Cook running on first down, but this defense up to the task there as they stop him before he can even get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1 officially.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball on the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily. We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
They snap it to Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Jags are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points. And this is going to be intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter with Cook. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Titans first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, his horse still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to stop it right whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw is Smith. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Cook up the gut. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat. Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Again, Smith. Cook makes the catch on the out route. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Quick throw to Collins. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker.
Ready?
Cook following the penalty. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
A shotgun snap for Smith. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop, a tackle for loss.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Being chased out left. Got a man. It's Diaby Brown, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert now. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. 10 more there and another first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On first down, Justin Herbert going right back to Michael Thomas. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Justin Herbert. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and through. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
5 yards remain on second down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. On the return, it's Rodgers. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Herbert. He'll let it fly for Austin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy. Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Gino on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He'll let it fly for Austin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Here's Herbert. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Randy Gregory. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack on first down, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. And they cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they were able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Andre Sisco, and the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. One receiver right, that's Brown. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Preston Smith able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Mike Edwards picks it off. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit.
Point after here coming up. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll let it fly for Austin. It got his man complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown! Michael Thomas, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 70 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
This offense so far on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Ready?
Now Smith. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On 2nd and 15 now. Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To the air again, Smith. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert flush to his right. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Herbert. And this is caught at the 8. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. When you talk about clutch, that one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need him to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Smith. Cook makes the catch on the out route. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Austin, 60 yards. And the Jaguars strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time. And
we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And taken down just shy of the 40. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. They find some open field here. $145 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Well, I guess at the very least they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now Smith. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now?
Well, win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
Oh, it's an enormous call here. They'll go for 2. One play to keep their hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the post.
So with 14 seconds on the clock, they've got to go with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. The Jaguars season will continue at least one more week as we say so long, everybody.